What's up, dude?
Welcome, jewelers. Welcome all to another episode here of the podcast. My name is Mega. As always, we have my good friend here, Daggs. Daggs, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Other than taking first loser in the $13 holler tournament. Shout out to Light, Trade Room, and Worm and Mega. Couldn't have, couldn't have had that without you guys. None of it was my idea, but I am definitely riding the coattails of it. And my kids are still up, so you might hear Matilda in the background. I don't know if you guys remember that wonderful, wonderful '90s movie with Danny DeVito, but it's going, man.
We
How
always
about
love a
you?
free guest, as always. Yeah, dude, honestly, this is a tough start here today because I'm lagging and I could tell we're off a little bit. But we're going to push through it. Show must go on. I'm feeling a little under the weather as well. So if I sound like I'm coming from the void, that's why. The sickness has hit out here in the autumn weather. I'm going to turn off the cam here for a second as well. It just wasn't, it looked like it was very choppy. So you're just getting the audio here right now. But man, right before this show, we're going to link it down below, but the Trade Room hosted an insane challenge, the first of its kind from him and his $13 Holla challenge that he's been hosting, with contestants such as yourself, myself, Light, and Sir Worm. It's been a lot of fun. Of course, if you don't know about that challenge, we've just been starting DFK accounts solely with 13 US dollars, USDC, and visual to see how far you can go with some challenges caked in there as well to see how you how people get a little bit of money and how we can showcase that. Obviously when real players get in, the world is yours and you can put in as much as you want. But we're out here showing people the prices at which you can play this game and the amount of heroes you can amass is crazy. And it's not limited to just whales. It's never been more welcoming as far as price goes since this game has really been into play. So cool things coming from that challenge. And Dags, you made it pretty far. We'll leave the result for the people back home to watch later. They may get a little spoiler here later on, but we'll talk about it here more. But what's your overall opinion of the challenge over there hosted by Trade Room?
Well, I think we could talk about it freely. If you didn't catch Trade Room stream, you're gonna have to watch the replay anyway. I definitely think it was like the luck of the draw, right? Because Light and I were going at each other with like level 2, level 3 heroes, and then you and Trade Room were both hitting each other with fours and fives. So, I mean, the dice did not, I think if I would have faced one of you two in the beginning, I don't think I would have made it. So snaked by, but as I said, what does Light say? I slithered in, I slither in. Um, yeah, man. Loving the challenge. Full disclosure, didn't want to do it at all. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Like, Light's got this energy, man. Let's ride it, because it's like when I used to be a teacher, they said like the first thing you don't tell someone is say don't be a teacher, right? So like if Light's like, hey, I got this challenge, I'm gonna have Trade Room host it, like let's do it. I'm just like, F it, let's do it. So what about you, man? How you feeling about it? I'm
Yeah,
definitely
I
a
mean,
slow
it's been
burn.
fun overall. It's been a lot of fun. I was all about it from the beginning. I think, the idea of smaller based accounts and just kind of showcasing that was really intriguing to me and was a good idea. I loved what Light and Trade, put together there. And then to get the likes of, some players who are really about the game itself. You know what I mean? We're really here to play what they're building and get to that PvP, PvE state. And like you said during the stream there, this is PvP. Like Trade Room said as well. This was PvP. And definitely like we said, give that a watch. We won't spoil too much, so you can kind of enjoy it for yourself. But Trade Room was just live for almost like I think 2 hours. Started at 7:30 Eastern. So, he's diving into a bunch of stuff, a lot of DFK stuff. Definitely check that out. It was him and Light in there. So good stuff, good
Well,
stuff. But we got a
let me
lot
add
of
one more
information
thing
to
to
get to
that.
here. Yeah.
Like it's funny because you got like three old dogs, right? You got you, me, and Worm, and then you got Light, who's so it's like old dogs are learning new tricks, and sometimes the veterans are showing the new guy of opening his eyes to a little bit of the ways. So I mean, we're all feeding off of each other, and that's awesome.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're coming back to earth here. It's choppy. I don't know what's going on. I kind of just booted up my PC. As you saw in private there, Dags, I had to go throw the Ethernet in. So I don't know. So I do apologize with any funky transitions when we're tossing the mic back and forth. But yeah, dude, a sweet, sweet challenge. I'm loving to see what else is to come with that. And some more duels challenges, and hopefully PvP eventually as this game keeps building. But another big partnership, Dags, on the DK chain. We have Dragon's Crossing being able to be implemented with DFK heroes. You're allowed to play with the DFK heroes. Now you do have to use the entry fee. You have to enter with an entry fee. I believe it's 15 USDC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But a huge step for DFK to house a project, house another on its own chain on DFK subnet. How do you feel about this, Dags?
Yeah, I mean, this is so I was originally trying to get into the whitelist for Dragon's Crossing, and I was like, let's be on, I was like, I hope it's on DFK chain. I know they talked about that was one that they were interested in. Ended up going with what's it called, Arbitrum? Is that how you say it? And eventually there were some other things where I kind of backed out of the whitelist spot. They said they were going to have like a smith or like a smelter or something to kind of do a little bit of crafting, but it's like nothing was permanent in that game except for your heroes, your summoning shards, or your hero shards, I think they were called, and then your skills. And then they added mandrakes, I think was something that they said they added to like recharge your camping. But I want to build these items with longevity, and that the game didn't really appeal to me there. But they kind of they're bringing me back in, telling me I can use my hero as one of the hero NFTs. So I'm probably gonna go for this season. I'm not going to be able to participate as much as I want to, so I probably won't be in that top like 30% who at least get their money back. But let's see. It'll be fun. I think this is what the FK chain needs. Or, if we're already complaining about gas, maybe it's not what we need. But I think it's awesome.
Yeah. So one of the big things, though, is the off-chain capabilities of Dragon's Crossing. They really kept this in mind and I don't know how PvP in DFK is going to go about, but Dragon's Crossing does a great job of keeping most of off-chain until you camp. I'm not familiar with all the intricacies of the game yet, but there's a feature called camping, which is basically ending your session. If you're playing and you're going for a good 30 minutes or so, and you got to run work calls or duty calls, whatever it is, you can camp and basically save your session on chain. You're playing off chain, you save it on chain, you of course complete a transaction. I haven't done it yet, but this from the AMA, which re-listen to that as well, guys. That's in the DFK official YouTube and probably Discord. So once you're done with your session, you can save it back onto chain. And this is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to go about Web3 games, and especially games that are, carry a big load. This will really ease the gas, like we said. DFK houses a lot of theirs. Every contract is done on chain. You know what I mean? Every part of the game so far is done on chain. But things like which we're going to get into here later, are our first step really into keeping a lot of it off chain until you're ready to collect your rewards, collect your heroes. We'll talk about expeditions here in a little bit, but I'm loving Dragon's Crossing. I'm going to try it out, I think, as well. I think they said you can have up to 20 of your DFK heroes utilized. Some people with big wallets were trying to put in like 100 plus, but they're going to limit it to 20. Like you said, there's and again, I'm not fully keen on it, but from what I heard today, there's like 2 sets of heroes. you have your Genesis heroes, the ones that can summon more heroes, and then you have your heroes that were summoned,
Rift.
and I think they're called Void, or is it Rift heroes or something like that? Rift heroes.
And
so pretty cool stuff. Learn more from people who actually played the game, but yeah, I think we're gonna have fun with that as well.
Yeah, so I do have to rephrase, right? You have your limited action points, right? With Dragon's Crossing, right? I think I don't know the exact number of actions you get, but when those run out, you can end or if you want to end early, you camp, and that is the actual transaction. So, if there's anything to be brought to chain, right? So this is actually a good one if we are worried about gas, because most of the game is played off chain. So yeah, you are 100% correct on that. So good call there. But yeah, I mean, it's like the old, like the combat and the interactions remind me of old like Dragon's Age. I think like 1 or 2, where it's still and it's text, and it's really about building a world and offering kind of like a lore based combat and really an action management game, which is it's got some cool features on it. But if it's not for everybody, so that's kind of all I have to say on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Check it out. Let us know what you think of it, and if you do play it, comment down below or let us know in the Jewelers Discord how you're feeling about it. If you didn't know already, the Jewelers Discord, that's our like guild hub basically. We have channels at the bottom of games that are some of our guild members are playing that they're interested in. Maybe they're eyeing. They haven't really dropped anything yet as far as like their initial mint. But if there's any Web3 games that you're playing, DeFi games that you're playing, let us know in there. We'll add a channel for it, and can always chat some other games as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll kind of carry on from there and hop into another topic we briefly mentioned on some, technically off-chain capability. The idea of expeditions here. We got a little bit of alpha here, Daggs. Let the people know what information we kind of got about expeditions here.
Yeah, let me get my notes pulled up. Are you talking in regards to like the land alpha or the rewards?
Yeah, well, the rewards I thought was a pretty big thing, and then we could kind of transition into land because as DFK, I guess you could say maxis over here, big people that are ready for the game. We have, but we try to get ask some good questions related to land for sure. But expeditions, I mean, I guess it really wasn't that crazy of alpha, but yeah, just the quest reward stuff is pretty cool. If you want to dive into that,
yeah. Okay, I got you. So I'm reading off my notes here, so I'm not going to be looking at you all right now because I don't want to miss a lot of it. So yeah, they said quest rewards should be pretty close to the regular quest rewards in the amounts that you receive. So they're going for like efficiency. So one of the things that I heard that I really liked is they said you could potentially keep one of your heroes on an expedition indefinitely. And as they're on that expedition, they'll accumulate the same amount of awards as if you would have quested them the traditional way through the profession quest. And I think that's awesome. It's going to, optimize gas. And it's going to maintain the current reward structure, which some people might be against because they might think that we're just kind of inflated with quest rewards. But the team will have a plan to kind of get this stuff down, whether it's like a big burn or just having high amounts of resources needed for crafting and stuff like that. And we're not going to be penalized for expeditions. And then just kind of sneaking one more thing in there. They did say that they're not the what's it called? What were they called? The gold crops, such as your bloaters. They said those are pretty much going to stay as gold crops. Mm-hmm. So I think my strategy with that is anything that was a gold crop, like the bloaters, I think I'm just going to liquidate the gold on those. Because they said they might have a crafting recipe here or there for maybe like a special equipment thing. But the way they made it sound is if that comes when you want it, you'll just be able to get it off the decks. And I had been hoarding these things, and I bet Light's hoarding them too because I know him. Not personally, but I know how gamers are, man. I'm done hoarding bloaters. I'm done holding anything that doesn't have a recipe to it. I think at this point, and I'm just gonna liquidate those to gold. So I thought that was pretty. So with the expeditions and the gold crop news, I think that's pretty huge. What do you think?
Yeah, dude, I agree. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for all that. You know, a lot of, you know, as much as we, you know, some people, not really us, but as much as people say there's not a lot happening with DFK, DFK's dead. You know, they know a lot about their plans. You know, they're very forward about information on what they plan to do. So, you know, it's not just some people that are just throwing some shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. They really are thinking out this game. They're really prepared, and I think, you know, it's a great dev team, like we always say, but it's a great management team as well. I think they keep their troops in order, and as leaders, that's what you got to do. So, loving to see it. And speaking of the leaders, speaking of the team members, you know, they've been out, bro. They've been in the community. They've been at events.
Yeah.
More and more events are coming as this. It feels more and more like a bull market, but some cool stuff coming in the works here in the next couple of weeks as well. What's the next event coming that people, if you're close, definitely get out to it. I believe it's Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah, I think that's the one that Crypto RS is kind of either hosting or helping host. So that's George from the next Crypto Gym.
Yeah, dude. So that's George. Crypto are us. Cryptos are us.
Crypto are us. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And they've got a bunch of tickets. Players, you know, I believe if you want to go, you could basically go for free, other than traveling and getting yourself there and boarding. However, you got to make that work. But you know, even Ogre in the community, one of the OGs, he is taking a big travel trip through the states. I forget where his starting point is.
Tennessee,
maybe out. Okay, yeah,
he's Tennessee,
but he's going. Go on.
I thought that was a personal attack. Because they said that Goger was coming down from Tennessee and he'll be passing through Atlanta. And I think I've made it pretty clear I'm from Georgia. So I was, and Bolon was like teasing me in the chat the whole time, like, dude, it's on a Wednesday or what? Like he said, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so you can still go camping on Friday. That's why I'm not going. Like I have a camping trip. And I can't really just abandon my family in the middle of the week at like with a 2-week notice. But they want to get people out there, and so if you're anywhere in that area, like try and get out of there. They don't try and get out there. The only thing that stinks is like Fort Lauderdale is like all like that's like southern Florida, right? So it's like you get to Florida and then you have like another like 6-hour flight or drive, but
yeah, dude. Florida's a long state.
Yeah, I don't know why I laughed so hard at that, but that one got me.
Oh my
Did you want to talk about Singapore at all?
Singapore?
Yeah, they just got back from Singapore, right?
Sorry, we were cutting out a little bit, and the last thing
it said, do you want to talk about Singapore at all?
I want to comment on Singapore. Sorry. Like I said,
I literally just did a point blank.
So
I just did a point blank transition to Singapore, to the Singapore stuff that the conference that they just came back from, the Clayton one.
Yeah. No, I got you. I was lost in the wind for a few seconds. But like we said, dude, they've been connecting and networking out here, and it's brilliant. It's great to see. You know, I believe Sunbear you put here was meeting with some good people, a lot of VCs as well. So hopefully maybe get some capital injected into this project in the midst of the hopes of a bull market around the corner. So a lot of cool stuff.
There was something huge there, though. There was something huge there. They kind of just snuck this in there that they were making like a multi-stage plan with Clayton. So like it feels like the governance committee, right? They voted a straight no on getting funding to DFK, right? But it seems like the business development team can sidestep the governance council and like still make business development moves with DFK regardless of what the governance council says. And if you want to know more about that, it's at 10 minutes and 20 seconds on the AMA. Like, get yourself in there, listen to that section. And I was just like, okay, this governance council hates DFK, but they can suck a fatty because the Clayton business development team is still going to be like, yeah, let's work with DFK and make this shit good. So,
yeah, dude. I have a big middle finger to everyone who's saying like, yeah, they got denied by Clayton, like this is so hopeless, you know. They mentioned they're working directly with them on ways they can fix it to benefit both parties, and that's something that I don't think should be taken lightly. I think that just shows, first off, commitment from both sides. Clayton realizes, he said in episodes, Clayton realized what they have in front of them. They realized, they saw how DFK damn near carried the whole Harmony chain in terms of transactions, and still does take a lot of AVAX transactions as well. And Clayton as well, like we spoke. So, they realize what they have. And they're in talks. They know what DFK plans to implement. It's just like we said, it's a numbers game to find that middle ground that works for both people. And negotiating is taking a couple grand here, a couple grand there, and finding your middle ground. But we'll have to see a lot of big things in terms of DFK biz dev. So some cool stuff to look forward to for sure. Just hatching a few pets, Daggs, while we go through here. Got myself a cow.
I need those tiers for dark summoning, so you won't see me hatching much.
Yeah, dude, I haven't hatched a lot, and a lot of my heroes are petless. And talking about pets from $13 holla, bro, I was lacking. Light was lacking in.
He won't make that mistake.
But I didn't have any pets on my boys, so I lost out there. Even just having a little common point might have changed the pace of the game in a few of those battles.
Yeah. Well, there was one where I beat him by the pet bonus. It would have been a draw. It would have been sudden death.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It can come down there. I mean, these duels can get fun, and I love the trade rooms commentary, man. That was top notch, top level, bro. Yeah. Really made it fun, and just coming to think of putting your heroes in a PvP match and actually have impact and choosing skills and stuff like that. That's going to be a lot of fun. That was all random, all RNG, and we still had a good old time with it. But we'll have to see when PvP comes how fun that'll be. So, talking alpha, we went over a lot of their event stuff. Get out to Fort Lauderdale if you can. Get out to any events in the future when they come. If you're able to, if they're in your country, if they're in your continent, it might not come as often as concerts and stuff like that. So get out when you can. If the opportunity presents itself, get out, rep DFK, and learn about other projects and other crypto aspects as well. I think that's big. I think that's big for the return to the bull market, as we all hope for. But let's see what else we can talk about here, Daggs. The land alpha. This was the alpha I meant to mention. I was hyping up Expeditions alpha, but the land alpha is what we want to talk about, Daggs. What's your thoughts? What do we want to start with here?
So someone asked a question. They go, can we rent mounts? And I'm like, this is just going to be a boring question. Like, you can probably rent pets. You can probably rent heroes. It's yes, of course you can, right? Why would you even ask that? And then they go, and I thought I was just trying to trick them into leaving alpha, giving some alpha for travel, right? Because it sounded like they were going to slip into some travel alpha. And then they drop this huge freaking bomb. They go, mounts are tied to land, right? We're talking, I even timestamped this shit. That's how I was like, God damn it. 44 minutes and 28 seconds, right? On the AMA. Rented. So the mounts will be rented to people who are traveling. They're currently not, is what we thought was going to happen, but they're currently not planning on there being mounts that individual players own on their own if they don't own land. Mounts and crafting will be associated to land. The quality of those mounts and the crafting that you do will depend fully on the development that's happening on the land. So if these gold pet eggs end up being mounts and you don't have land, your ass doesn't have anywhere to stable them. So it's like, what do? Do you sell them? And then they went even further, talking about like thinking about having land that's contestable, right? Like in Elder Scrolls Online for PvP, you go into land and you pretty much flag it down by killing everybody there, and then it becomes yours for like a certain amount of time or whatever. I don't remember how that works. But or setting a city to be a peaceful city or a warring city. So it's like land's gonna become a huge part of the game. And then as soon as I, fully digested that part, I immediately texted you and I was like, dude, we're gonna have to get some freaking land.
Yeah, dude. Perfect.
This is like if you can't even use your mounts without land, like what the hell? And I was, what's the cheapest land right now? Is it 10K? Is it 10,000 USD? So,
I think they did the math.
Last
time I did the math, it was around 10K, and there was only a few. There's only a few available. It was like 2 or 3, I think.
Right. And you kind of pulled the reins back on me, and you were like, dude, those are just the most valuable, most used land plots. There's gonna be more land. Chill. But I'm like, you're talking to the guy who's going for a double giant slayer ninja here. I can't just chill.
Yeah.
Gold eggs will hatch pets, not mounts, is what Lucky Duck says. So
Lucky Duck says Hubert has confirmed gold eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm on like no chill with land
gonna
right
be
now.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I hear you. One of the big things I thought, stood out was the idea of land closer to the town center, closer to the city center. The DFK team themselves mentioning that's going to be the most valuable land. So the idea of distance is going to come into play, it seems. Travel may cost more, may take more time. I don't know the mechanics, of course. We don't know the mechanics. No one really does, except the early ideas that the team has, internally. I'm sure they have a slight idea of what they're going for, but with that statement, it does sound like distance is somehow going to be a big part of the equation there. So we'll have to see. Overall, another big thing, and I don't know if you mentioned it, I stepped away for a second. A tangent there, I had to turn something off real quick. But PJ Heroes, Daggs, did you hear the little bit about PJ Heroes, Perilous Journey Heroes, and how those are going to have a chance to earn land, which was pretty interesting?
Someone was talking about that. I missed that part, but like that was the original. That was kind of the original deal with PJ Heroes, is there was going to be a PJ Survivor only tournament. And they wanted to make some of the prizes be land, but then they kind of stepped back from that because it's like we just said land was worth 10 grand. If you live in the U.S. and you win a 10 grand prize as from a tournament win, you have to claim taxes on that, right? So you'd have to pay taxes on 10 grand of land that you won. So they kind of stepped back and were like, okay, well, maybe when the next land sale, you'll have a designated plot and you'll get a cut of that.
Does,
so they it, but go ahead.
Yeah. Because I forgot about that. I didn't, and I might have missed it. If they mentioned that during that portion, I might have missed it. But I forgot about the overall, PJ, when they mentioned PJ, that those winners, those heroes, those survivors have a chance at the tournament. Okay. So I complete tournament that they did mention. But
well, and what I did was I went back.
Yeah.
So I went back to where they used to have a bot where it would tell you the survival rate of your hero if you sent them on the PJ. And it would tell you the rewards, the Perilous Journey rewards, and one of those rewards for living, they had the survival rewards, and then underneath it they had the death rewards and the burn rewards. And one of the survival rewards was will have access to land tournaments. And so if you type the words, I think, what did I type? Like land tournaments.
Okay.
And it'll open up like 14 pages on the Discord, and you go just back to page like 13. You'll see a little card, and it'll show the heroes and the people who did /PJ, and then it'll show what they got for surviving, and access to land tournaments was one of those.
Okay.
So I think it's still up in the air. I must have missed that part. Was it at like the end of the AMA? Because I don't know if I finished watching it or not.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was. I was in and out. Usually, I mean, it's it's a good time. Some days for me, 2 o'clock on Thursdays Eastern. But some days, I'm in and out. I can catch portions, and I might not get a full rewatch always. So that's why I like to kind of go back and forth on this AMA stuff, because I think a lot of people are like that. And sadly enough, I think his name is, he's taking a step back from doing the write-ups, the in text for the AMAs, the recaps. So we used to have, I think, Sandwich doing those. Then we had Cujo the Knight doing it for a while. And now that space is open. So if anyone's good at transcription and has the time and the freedom to do that during the AMAs, definitely take advantage of that, because that's a much appreciated part about the community. And it's pretty cool. I always like to recap those when I don't get the time to listen to it fully back, even in 1.5 times or whatever. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Is that about it, Alex? Trying to take a look here. We got a loaded note sheet, so we're trying to fit everything in here.
Rewards.
Raffle rewards, yeah. My saddest day, honestly. The mini rewards, my mini raffles are gone. You go over here to Castle. This may, of course, like we said, mini raffles are probably gone here soon. The mini raffles were always cheap. Like, look at this one. I mean, I'm not going to enter it with a minute left, but sometimes you can hop in here. Really, this anyone in it, so I'm gonna throw 30 and just to show you guys, what these dual tickets, and as we said earlier, Dragon's Crossing, not Dragon's Crossing, something else I want to talk about related to tickets, but I don't know if Dragon's Crossing earns you tickets. I don't think so. But another game, Daggs, we've been talking about it in the background here to kind of sidetrack here, but it's kind of related as far as raffle tickets. Adventures in DFK, a great guild, great dudes over there at ADFK. They're building some PvE that is actually in the work.
Yep.
Bags, and you can earn some raffle tickets from there. More information to come on that, but another project building under the wings of DFK, third-party team, completely separate, and they're just building things in relation to the game. You can utilize your heroes in that as well. So look forward to that. Look out for more information. We'll go deeper into that, but just wanted to kind of mention it. Keep an eye out on that. But another thing, you can earn raffle tickets from. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
They have a gold burn too. They have a gold burn raffle on the ADFK website as well.
Yeah, big gold raffle, right? You can throw into potentially cash out with a bunch of gold yourself and other things. So I think I might have been the only one to enter this. Let's take a look. Let's see if I won it.
You didn't hit refresh, did you? Did I miss it? Did you hit refresh?
Oh no. So yeah, it was bugging. I have 30 out of 800 tickets, so I will not win this one, Daggs.
Now
and if I do,
that's not what I thought they were moonlighting. I thought they were moonlighting the minis and the Gen Zero in the meditation circle. The Gaia offerings or whatever.
The minis in the meditation. Oh, you're talking about the sacrifice?
Go to the meditation circle, man.
You're talking about things. I don't think there is
token offerings. I thought they were talking about this.
No, so they did mention that. I think these. I thought you said they mentioned something about the Gen Zero crystals.
Yeah, I thought this is what they were moonlighting and moving it over to Serendale.
Oh, okay.
But maybe it is the raffles for the Gen Zeros. Maybe it's both. Because I just won.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I just
sure,
won
of course,
like
if they do make a final
Might Stone and 5 Might Crystals off of this just now. So it's like, I love this. This is my favorite thing. I'll go in here and I'll go with like 200 crystal and I'll drop it in something that looks like I can win. And dude, I've won so much from this. It's the best.
Yeah, dude, I love the. Well, I don't do these as much as I do the other ones, just with my extra duels raffles.
Okay.
But a bunch of free stones, bunch of free eggs.
I don't even know.
I think I even snagged at least a few mochas from this. You could catch a few. You could catch a few for sure. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. So this is what I thought. The Gen Zero raffles, like Worm said, the Gen Zero raffles are going away in Crystal Vale, like you said as well. So, off topic, Red Remedia says, "Why is Dark Summoning not in Serendale?" There's a lot of features that aren't in Serendale because Crystal Vale is kind of like the first drop, the first destination.
I don't
for new
think they're
features.
going to
It comes
have
here first. You can try it out, and then yeah.
I think they're gonna have something different in Sarandale. They talked about that before. They want to have some features that are only in Sarandale, some features that are only in Crystal Vale. So I think Dark Summoning might end up being like a Crystal Vale exclusive to kind of get you into both realms, but you won't have to spend majority of your time in each realm. And I think it actually has caused Crystal Vale to be the primary place to sell your heroes. I think that's all because of Dark Summoning. Good question though.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. And I didn't know that they were gonna plan on having something different, but I'm sure you'll ape into it just as much as you do the pit here,
especially if it's crafting.
And yep, excuse me, especially if it's crafting. Do you have any summons you're gonna do here tonight, Daggs?
I was just playing duels because I never do. I think my Gen 0 one's ready, and I might have some Giant Slayer attempts. Yeah, I got a Gen 0 one. I'll throw down on that. You?
I think I do as well. I think I saved a few fun ones for this episode while we finish out our last probably quarter here of the podcast. I've been going for sages, man. I've been loving it. No dark summoning degeneracy for me, really. But I leave that to the boys like you and Skiller and all friends who man are hero monsters, absolutely for sure. But I don't have stomach for it, bro. Can't do it.
All right, yeah, I do have. Looks like I got one Giant Slayer attempt. Let's check over here.
Yeah, I got one more sage attempt here on these two. 5 out of 5s. 1 out of 5 left. Under level 5. We'll pull it up here for the good people to see what we're going here. Actually. Going for here. Worse. This is a little different. 2 summons. This is from last time. But of course, common. So rarity will be a blessing if we hit any bit of that. But for the sage, this has the opportunity to pull a little bit of stun on the sage. And recently, Daggs, we've heard, let me hear what you have to think about this as well. Sages are actually more support than they are damage. That's not to say they're not going to do damage. That's not to say they're not going to be viable. But what do you think about that bit of alpha that I think leaked through that?
That's what I thought, man. I thought sages were going to be the buff monsters.
Sages to be more support.
Sorry. I think you cut out and I cut you off. I'm sorry. I that's how I thought it was going to be with sages, man. Like in Final Fantasy, you have like those Hastaga spells, you have the slow agas, anything that ends in an AGA. I thought that was going to be our sages. Mass buffs, huge healing. Like that, like sick blend between like every spellcaster below it. That's how I thought the sage was going to be, like a freaking white mage, man, from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, dude.
I was happy to hear that.
I think that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, dude. I mean, I love it. I think we have so many heroes that kind of define a damage based, especially when you're looking at the top, three of those 4 top heroes. In your mind, you're like, all right, those are for sure damage dealers. What you think, at least the Spellbow, the Dragoon, and Sage prior, at least in my mind, and then the Dread Knight, of course, just the ultimate bruiser, and probably pretty beefy. A nice bit of damage as being the top class we have. But now they kind of separate one. Maybe we have the excuse me, maybe they have the Dread Knight more tanky based, of course still doing damage because it's that one of those top classes. Dragoon, I'm assuming is as well very tanky, very damage oriented. Spellbow, magic, a little bit of archer orientation, a lot of damage coming out of spellbows. And then Sage now, a lot of utility, a lot of support, hopefully heals, hopefully some damage mixed in there as well into the kit. So we'll have to see.
And I am checking to see
we'll pop this one open. This one, of course, is a Sage attempt with stun, regular summon. Let's get some good vibes here. This is lucky number 13. This is episode number 13. So my lucky number. Let's see a Sage pop out of here, Daggs, and with some color. With some color. We'll get into a little more summoning as well here. I think I have 1 or 2 more I'll do tonight.
Right.
We'll pass it over to you.
Spirit
See if you
fingers.
got any good degeneracy coming out of the pit. Oh boy,
Shit.
that is not
Mythic.
lucky. That is the wrong side key where it's sitting at. Yeah, oh, that would hit. A pirate is a common one for this pair. I think I hit at least another pair out of this, or another pirate out of this pair. About 12%. Common. We got the summer subclass, so maybe it's worthy of a burn. And it's a gardener, and I got way too many gardeners.
Daggs. Got
Oh,
the
it hit just days.
Not
No
the stun.
0 out of 5 on the stun, I think. I don't think I hit a single one. Nothing in recessive. Yeah, unfortunate hit here, but I like the subclass. Maybe we'll go for a little sage subclass or something in the pit.
There you
Because like I said, I got too many gardeners, bro. But let's see what else I got on the side here. I want to keep the summon train going.
I'm gonna make sure my treasure hasn't crashed.
Yeah, check that out. Get her prepared and the engine's running over there.
Because if it crashes, I have to shut down my browser altogether. It locks me out, man.
That's awful. All right, I think these guys. Oh, I think he's done. Let me take a look. If they have summons, it's a thief archer pair.
Oh, I got another airdrop. Oh no, that's still that might stone. Never mind.
Did I burn these two? I don't think I did. Oh no, he's out of summons. Overwin is out of summons.
Dude, you want to look? I'm fired up. I'm ready to go.
But this guy is not. What's that?
I'm ready, man. While you're looking,
you want to take it over while and you can talk about that one while I look for a few more.
Here we go. All right. Am I on the mode where I can? All right, switch tabs. Okay, here's what we put in. I went for a ninja. I got a 14% chance at a ninja. I just scrapped subclass, but we have some Daggs odds ninja down here. Maybe we can get it. I was just going for the giant slayer here. So straight up dark summon. I used a lesser fortune stone. And there's my treasure. If we see this, that means it hasn't crashed, baby.
Good signs. Good signs.
And then I'll pump the Gen 0 one right in. And then I think I have like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, that's perfect. Do as many as you want. I'm putting a few in right now, so they're just ready. And then I'll go through the screens, of course, before we pop them up.
There we go. Okay. Monk Knight. Enchanting, gardening. Oof.
Need more stones. Oof. I need more stones, bro.
All right. Well, I still got efficient in the recessive, so we can still get a giant slayer out of this yet. Let's move away to the foreign portal. I don't spend much time here. Just for this. I mean,
this is where the casuals lie, bro.
Nah, this is where the people who want to make money instead of PvP.
Where, I'm trying to figure it out.
And then, go ahead. All right, so 308 and 697. I think those are my Gen 0 numbers. Oh, hang on. And actually, let me get that out of the way so we got more room. All right. Come on now. All right. So I got the chances here for mutation. I could get a paladin, shapeshifter with daze, exhaust, and intimidation. Gen 1, right? We can get double wisdom on the paladin, which I think is going to be sick. And then, like, honestly, with a paladin, I'm all right with any of these professions. So we're going to max up. I got one more level. I don't have enough tiers.
No.
Oh, boy. We'll fix that. 10 seconds. Ready? Jump over here. Oh, I forgot to copy my wallet address because I was rushing. You got a summon ready, or should I just get these tiers real quick? It won't take long. How many tiers do we have here? 270. That'll get us
Enough.
going. That'll get us going.
That'll do.
All right.
Oh. All right. Let's see what we can do, Daggs. We're gonna.
All right. Just gotta wait for this stupid transaction to finish before I can jump over. Because if you change, have you done that where you change wallets when a transaction's pending and it just sits there? The transaction will finish, but but it'll just sit pending. It'll just stay.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Used to be a bigger issue. Used to be much more annoying.
There we go. So these guys are level 14, right? So one more level, and I'll be pumping 40 crystal or 40 tears on each. And then, of course, got to do my lesser vigor stone when I summon with these two. And I wanted to give a shout out. Go ahead.
Go on. I was going to give a shout out, and I don't think we mentioned it because I think it was after. It was the Sunday after our last episode. You did a great episode featuring a few community members. Mr. Get It Right in there towards the end as well. You know, you kind of going over your summoning tactics and how you go about things. I love that. If you're new, definitely check that out. Or if you're experienced, maybe you could catch up on a few tips and tricks from one of the great summoners like Daggs.
Now, the real shame about that is, like, I think Skiller's like one of the best freaking summoners. And I hardly see him on any of these summoning workshops, man. There's like 4 community members who do that, and I never see him in there. And he did talk about like maybe he and I just do one where we just spend like 30 minutes in the pit or something like that.
That would be great.
All right,
that'd be awesome. I would like to see that for sure.
Hopefully, I picked the right heroes. Thanks. Red Room Media said it was a good session. Thanks, Red. Appreciate hearing that because I don't know how exciting summoning is still for people. I think it's still my favorite part of the game. All right, here we go. Paladin. Sweet.
Let's go.
Rare.
Ooh.
Is that Berserker.
We like that.
We got single whiz. We got a base vitality boost. Awesome. Foraging.
Yeah.
Tailoring. Those are good tailors, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Exhaust.
Exhaust as well.
Blame, Foresight, and Stalwart. All right.
For being a 5/5 with an advanced class as well, this is actually a pretty valuable hero, I'd say. I like this one. I like this one for building. Even as just a regular summoner, I like this one a lot.
Night Shout, huh? I might keep that one. I don't think I've kept. I don't know the last summon I kept a Gen 1. All right, cool. You got one ready? Looks like it. Let's kick it over to you.
Yeah, I got one ready, dude. We'll throw this one in, and then I'll see if I got anything left while you go through your others. This one, to get on another regular summon here, another Sage attempt.
Yeah.
I think this is the last summon. This is actually 1 out of 2, and this is 3 out of 4. So we have here another opportunity. One of them has Giant Slayer. One of these 2 heroes, the Ninja, does. So last use of that Giant Slayer, unless we go throw it in the pit, last use of this summon, or excuse me, of this chance to get that Giant Slayer. 38% days. I think the summoner has the days. Yep. And the summoner has efficient as well. So a chance, 3 of them sitting at 37%, about 38%, for some good advanced, and, even Poison Blade would be pretty cool. Yeah, all right. Critical aim. We'll see. But I think they're both common as well. Uncommon Ninja, common Summoner, and no subclass match. Through a Dexterity Stone, I believe, on this one, as the chance is best for a Forager, I believe. So we'll see. Yeah, that is a very sick Gen 0 pair you had. Lucky Duck shouting you out on that one. I love your Gen 0 pair, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good one. When I saw that and I was like reached out to the guy on Discord and I was like, hey, can I buy that?
Let's see what we could pop out here. Let's see. Ninja. I'd be happy if we could put a little Giant Slayer back on this one. We can make it all right. Let's see. 30% on the Ninja, of course. Common, no color. Again, 0 summons. As expected, though, the common was kind of expected. Another damn Gardener, though, bro. I got way too many Gardeners. Quit it. Woodworking.
Hey, are you gonna burn that Ninja with the dark the
closed out my tab with the crafting, but woodworking, all right. What's up?
Are you gonna burn that Ninja with the Giant Slayer? Yes.
There we go. It's saved. The common is saved. We could throw it in the pit if we want. You know, it's kind of an odd Ninja, but he does have the Giant Slayer, so valuable nonetheless.
Nice.
Even if I sell it down the line when Giant Slayer ninjas are meta, bro, and we're competing with the likes of Skiller and the likes of Daggs with Giant Slayer fools, bro. We're supposed to compete with this shit. Get out of here. This is why we got to be in these pits, in these portals. You know, the pit's probably better, obviously, if you're really crafting those monsters. But get in here. You know, start making it because, man, if this stuff takes off in PvP, not financial advice again. I don't know where the price is going. None of us know where the price is going. But if this stuff really takes off, I think I could see it being really expensive again to summon and get some of these monsters. So the likes of Skiller, the likes of Daggs, the likes of a lot of people from Mythic Squad as well are really in those pits, getting down and dirty and making some monsters. So, Daggs, if you're ready, we'll send this thing back over to you and we'll take a look at some mastery and work.
I'm typing the word burn as we speak.
Let's see what you're burning here.
I'll show you. I want to get the countdown going, and I don't want to time out my treasure.
No, you're good.
All right. I'm on deck. You could have just said add the stage.
Oh, I'm holding out from the people, apparently.
All right. Here's what we got. I put in, and let me get the countdown going. Come on now. All right. As long as I put the right heroes in. All right. We got a monk and a thief. We're going Giant Slayer again. So, and then I have, let's see what else I got. And, you know, I'm hoping like we could be potentially aping into broken mechanics here, right? Giant Slayer could end up being like the worst passive ability.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. I'm not going to burn any of those. Never mind.
Look at this fool. Look at this freaking fool.
Nothing to see here.
Just thrown in their face. Yeah, that's the Giant Slayer last stand in there for me.
Leadership. No, that's my baby right now. These three right here.
Yeah, those are
I like them. All right. Damn, these are all leadership. Okay. All right, nah, we'll leave that alone. I mean, this is my last one. It's like, you know, you hit that point where you're on your last summon, and it's like, damn, that sucks. But then, you know, I'm going to go hang out with my wife when I'm done summoning, so it's like into fun to hanging out with somebody I really like. Can't complain. So it's like the dopamine drop is just temporary. All right. Okay. Got the Paladin sub.
Only temporary. Okay.
Oh, double
Paladin
Daggs.
Sub.
Wow. I love that. And all right, heartbreak. Did I have anyone efficient?
And Rob.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not gonna buy any. Yeah, I'm not going to buy any more heroes. What a name. What the heck? Look at that name. Bro, is that the longest name in DFK history?
I didn't even notice that initially.
Temp from Frail, Hollow Drummer?
That might be.
You can't even see it because of the
most amount of characters is barely fit. Barely fit.
All right. Wait, let me check. Actually, I might not be done. Hang on.
He might not be done yet.
Hang on. Because we might be able to go for the double Giant Slayer here. If I thought, did I see one in there? Hang on. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Do I have any giants? So we have one here, right? Do we got one? Do we got one here? Do I want to burn a... Do I? Oh, I guess I could put some of these together. Whatever.
One.
Let's do it. Why not? All right.
Do it, bro. Let's do it. I got a fun one I'll put together for us here. Something new.
All right. Let me double check. I never burn a giant slayer without putting them in here. It's kind of my mantra right now. Here we go. Here we go.
Whatever your process is, I'm not going to judge.
Okay. So probably going to be a warrior thief. Oh God, I don't like that. Vitality. I like vitality and dex, but I don't want wisdom, intelligence, or strength on something I'm going to turn into a ninja. Okay. We could get Dazed and Giant Slayer. We got to do this one, don't we, folks? Do I have any good stone? Well, I'm going to burn it anyway, right? Just for the principle of things, let's throw a vigor stone on there. Do I even have enough? Do I even have enough tiers? Yeah, I do. All right. These are the fun ones.
Come on. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. All right, that one's ready to go.
Oh, I forgot to hit dismiss. I feel like it messes up sometimes if you don't dismiss it. All right.
No,
I didn't finalize yet.
Come on. Is that one on the wrong?
Here we go. Here it goes. What did we burn? A legendary giant slayer in there? I think we did.
This is a big one.
Common, right? Come on. Transaction failed. No.
The anticipation, bro. Come on, let's see it.
Show me.
Ouch.
All right. No, because I'm going for traits, not for class.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I forgot we were kind of mismatching. Come on.
It happens so frequently. All right, I'm used to it by now. 37%, 37%, but we hit 14. So, who do we have? Scholar. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's a shitty one. But recessive. Okay, we got Giant Slayer still in the recessive, so we're not done. We're done tonight, but this hero's not done. So cool. All right, we kept one. Good. Stone Cold. All right. Oh, he's Gen 13. I should have known he wasn't going to show me any love. Well, we'll bring him out to 17 and then we'll call it a day. All right. Well. Oh, ALP's live right now? Or are you just making fun of me? Oh, compliments. It's a compliment.
He did you like that?
No, he really is live.
All right, let's
really is live. All right. I got nothing else. How about you?
I got one more to finish out here, and we're out.
All right.
Or two more. There's 132.
Put you on deck.
So both of them are going to be wizard priest pairs. This one The second one is not as fun. 3 out of 10. 21% at Explosion would be pretty cool if we got that on a summoner. Another regular summon, Days. Trying to get as many advanced as we can. What do we got here? Most likely gardening. We'll throw an insight on it. Boost up his tiers. And we'll see if we can get a summoner. Both of these are summoners. Show you the other one in a second here.
It'd be cool if the summoner summoned another like character or monster on, so that you have like a row of 4, right? Instead of just your 3 guys, you have an additional mob. And it would be cool if you got an explosion summoner, if the mob you summon could use explosion. That would be so cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, that kind of reminds me of something in relation, and I'm not saying this was my sole purpose, but the best idea I have in terms of a summoner, when I think of the potential, something that I always relate back to is any league players out there. You have Annie, one of the cheaper heroes that you can play with, and she summons a big ultimate, and certain effects, she could buy certain items for her own person, and that bear would be able to apply them on hit when he's hitting enemies. So I don't know what DFK plans, but that could be something that they easily could implement and would make a lot of sense to have. It's not foreign to games to have something like that where a summoner or someone who creates other beings applies those effects onto the beings or entities that it creates. So
yeah. Well, it's like that Dota hero who can split into like 4
we'll
versions of himself,
That's
and they
definitely
all
some
get life steal.
This one here, yep, could be big as well. This one, like I said, a summoner pair, chance at explosion as well, and then chances at the efficient leadership. So this one's interesting, Dags, because this is 2 10 out of 10s, and I'm thinking long term here. I'm hoping to get a few summoners, stacking up on efficient leadership. Hopefully both, obviously, would be ideal, and then hopefully turn those into Giant Slayers down the line here. Because even if it's my idea with the Giant Slayer, Ninja, Summoner, Sage, trio there is a lot of them are going to be low health. I don't think a lot of them are going to be bulky. Maybe the Ninja on certain builds, but I think overall it's an assassin. It's in and out. It's very sly, very lizard-like, very sleazy. So it's going to be in and out and probably be pretty squishy. But we do hit on the first one here. Hit the Priest is rare from a common, wasn't it?
There you go. I mean, getting rare in the regular portal doesn't matter what they
rare
are.
Common. That's awesome. So we love to see the rarity. 9 out of 9. Pretty sweet. Right. Nothing on the trades though. Unfortunate. We had a good chance on a few of them. 37% on active 2, 14 on both the passives. Nothing there. Is a Priest Gardener. So not a bad profession, little hero, and we'll get some summons out of that as well. So pretty cool. I always like to see a little rarity come out of the common summons.
That's why I'm always in the pit, because I live for the rarity.
If you're going for rarity, going for those beasts, that's why, like I said, I'm not in the pit as much, but you have to be in a pit if you're going for those true top of the line monsters. Last one here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, this pair here, double chance on 2 actives. Active 2 a little higher, small chance on efficient, probably not. Daggs odds. And higher chance on the summoner, 17%. But we do get a wizard. Do get the wizard.
That's kind of expected, right? More rarity.
And another strikeout. So just what can happen, of course. But no worries. It is a gardener as well, I think. So another cool question. Another damn gardener to throw in the lineup, Daggs. Just honestly, we drew it out.
They should fix gardening. I'm not saying like it would be an easy fix, but the thing that annoys me about gardeners is when you queue up the class. Like, I'm gonna steal screen again. You steal it one more time here. Hang on. All right.
Yeah, dude.
Look, when you queue up a gardener, right? So I'm just gonna get my quest ready for the night, right? Okay. Queue up a gardener. Boom. Cool. Okay. Your next gardener, I shouldn't see this at the top. I should see this. It should prioritize empty gardens that you have LP in.
Yep, I
And
agree.
after those, empty gardens. And these should just move to the bottom. So those, because that's the annoying part with gardening, is now I have to, this right here. This wrecks it for me. Got to scroll down.
I agree, dude. And the fact that you can only queue up 2 at a time. Honestly, it's just so slow. That's why I burn them all, dude.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, we don't need to see me run up my quest.
I respect it. But yes, another great episode here. Appreciate everyone for coming out. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff in the woodworks. One thing we didn't comment on, I'm gonna briefly mention. They're going to that event next week, and the roadmap for PvE is close. Could we see some PvE drop down Thursday? They're doing a panel live Thursday. They mentioned they hinted at some alpha coming out. We could very easily see PvE out next Thursday. Not for sure, but keep an eye out for that. And me and Daggs, I'm sure we'll be covering some stuff. Playing it that day or of course Saturday on our stream, if not during the week. But we'll see if that comes out. That's going to be super exciting. Definitely. The next drop, DFK, a lot of good stuff as we approach this new, hopefully new bull market around the corner. But
never been more excited.
Good people out.
Never been more excited for a noob zone. Hunting boars is totally like noob zone fodder. I've never been more excited for it in my entire life.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. We had the way games are truly, like, obviously these AAA games, like, games are brilliant nowadays, but here we are, degenning, waiting for some damn boars 3v3 pixelated, and we're hyped as hell for it. So it's pretty cool, pretty amazing what this ecosystem and this space overall, crypto DeFi space, can do to us and excite us in those terms. But amazing show, episode 13 here of the Jewelers Podcast. Like we said before, check out Trade Room's special $13 holla breakdown and challenge live on his channel earlier today. We'll have that recap down below. Check out the Dragons Crossing. Want to learn more about that and any other relevant links that I'm getting now, we'll be sure to put underneath the video for you good viewers back home. As always, my name is Mega.
Saturday with us.
Yes, thank you very much for Daggs. It was a pleasure. And until next time, we will see you guys. Peace.